This is Randy Bell with the Courier podcast, the place to come for the latest Clinton news. A Clinton alderwoman says legalizing medical cannabis establishments would give patients more options in dealing with debilitating medical conditions. But another board member says it wouldn't fit the city's brand. The police chief says marijuana in any form would not be good for Clinton. But one of the investors hoping to grow and process medical cannabis in the city says the negative impacts are overblown. The alderman decided last April to opt out of the state's medical cannabis program, but a petition drive has forced a citywide vote, which has been set for February 28th. Ward 5 Alderwoman Beverly Oliver, who's a registered nurse and a family nurse practitioner, is hoping it passes. Oliver says she's heard from people with glaucoma who've tried a variety of drugs.
Nothing helps, and the doctor suggests medical marijuana, and their pressure in their eye goes back to normal. I've seen people who were on it for anxiety, and it really makes a huge difference.
But Ward 3 Alderman Robert Chapman believes allowing medical cannabis in Clinton would be a mistake.
I just don't feel that what comes with medical marijuana fits the brand of Clinton, the idea, the heartbeat of this place. You can drive 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and get it if you need it. And for those people, I'm very sympathetic to them, and I'm not wanting to keep them from having access to that. I just don't think it fits here.
Police Chief Fort Heyman is convinced that medical cannabis is the first step toward recreational marijuana.
And I think that would be terrible for our city.
The chief is also concerned that some of the medical cannabis would wind up on the black market.
They're growing way too much for the medical needs.
Katie Snell is one of the partners in a company called Root Down, which is hoping to locate a medical cannabis cultivation and processing facility at the Clinton Industrial Park.
We completely disagree with the language they stuck in the regulation about all the negative impacts that marijuana will have. And we believe that those impacts are not supported. This is a medical program.
Root Down has received state licenses to operate 2 medical cannabis dispensaries in Jackson and 2 more in Hattiesburg and Biloxi, but not here.
And we don't anticipate putting one in Clinton. We don't want a dispensary here because it doesn't make financial sense, and there's not a location that makes sense here. So if somebody wants to do a dispensary here, that's great. It just won't be us.
If Clinton voters approve medical cannabis, it'll take some time to get Root Down's first crop planted.
How fast could we get up and running from a cultivation standpoint? I'd say 18 months to 2 years.
That's company partner Michael Kynard. He says supply chain issues with getting the equipment they'll need create plenty of uncertainty about that timeline.
It's kind of hard to tell.
The voting on February 28th will take place at the Traceway Park Administration Building, where the polls open from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m. Ward 2 Alderman Jim Martin tried unsuccessfully to convince the board to allow voting in each of the 6 wards.
It concerns me that when you have it in one place or out at Traceway Park, that's way out of the way for a vast majority of the citizens, and I'm hoping that people will still go out and vote, but I think there's no question it's making it a little more inconvenient, and whether that inconvenience is going to impact which way the election goes, I'm hopeful that it will not.
Absentee voting is underway during regular office hours at the city clerk's office at Brighton Park. The office will also be open on 2 Saturdays, February 18th and February 25th, from 8 a.m. until noon. February 25th is the final day for registered voters to cast an absentee ballot. I'm Randy Bell.